Unless you have been living under a rock for the past 7 years, you should probably know about a game on Roblox called Eternal Towers of Hell. Bum, bum, bum. It's a game about Roblox obbies. Towers, specifically, which are 10-floor long obbies with no checkpoints. And if you fall, you have to redo it. And so I decided to take on the game's first area, Purgatorio. And, well, things are going pretty smoothly at first. I unlocked the first area, which I didn't go to. And then I was beating, like, everything. And then I got to the area's hardest tower, the citadel of, victory. So let me tell you the story. This all started when I first beat Tower of Dancing All Night, which I actually really struggled with, and yeah, this was kind of torturous, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Tower of Dancing All Night. But anyways, eventually I beat it. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Yo! This is it! Yo. Valley, stay! I'm about to do it! And then, after that, it was time to take on the Citadel of Victory. So, let's do it. Now, there's nothing really notable about the first, 9 floors of the tower, Citadel, except for this part where I was being very stupid and not doing this jump the way it was supposed to be. So it took me like 5 minutes just to do this until I finally realized my mistake. And so that was pretty stupid, but also funny. So you should definitely watch this next clip. Not possible, bro. Yo, Nimbus, can you help me, bro? This jump is really hard. That's because that's not where you're supposed to go. I'm stupid. Now, the real challenge doesn't come until floors 10 and 11. And I was doing terrible on these. So here's a funny crash out montage of every time I fell in these floors. Oh crap. Right? Wait, what? Down 2 floors. You went down 2 floors. Maybe I'm just stupid. It's probably that. Oh my gosh! I hate this floor. I was right. Why is the stop sign blue, guys? Oh my gosh, bro. No, wrap around. Bro, I can't see. I hate this. I hate this. And that was just a small amount of the times I fell. If I included every time I fell, it would be like a 20-minute video. So, yeah, but eventually I got to 11B. What's wrong? I suck at them. Hello? Ow. Ow! Okay. I need to heal, bro. So yeah, then there was a safety net that would teleport me back to the beginning of 11B every time I fell, which was very nice. And this wasn't a problem. And I was doing pretty good until I got to floor 12. And just like floors 10 and 11, Floors 12 and 13 had the same safety net, and 12 had an outside section, so that was cool. And I fell so much during this. I don't know if it was nearly as much as floors 10 and 11, but these two floors were still pain and suffering. As you can see in this clip, it took so freaking long just to get the outdoor section. This isn't 10 times speed, by the way. Yeah, it's really freaking long. And there wasn't going to be another floor like this until we get to nowhere, because this was the last floor that I struggled with. So, yeah, W gameplay. The next couple floors are pretty boring. You get sent to this dungeon, and you have to get a key and escape. And then there's an outside section, and yeah, floors 14 through 16 were under construction for some reason, so that was cool. Yeah, and then pretty fun, but also pretty boring gameplay. I will say though, there was Donkey Kong, and that was really fun. So yeah, best section. And then the rest of this is just doing some parkour, obviously, because it's a tower, and getting to floor 17. There was this classic Roblox obby, which was really cool. I was waiting for Nimbus here. And then we get to floor 17. Now, floor 17 is pretty easy. There's a part where you're supposed to jump over here to the side. But me and Nimbus jumped here, and so me and Nimbus had to do this again for the next, 10 minutes until we finally figured out where to go. As you can see, we're being very stupid here, and yeah, I don't really know. But stupid box puzzle right here, by the way. I hate this part. Absolutely terrible. But eventually we made it back, and we fell again. We did it wrong. So we went all the way back to do it again. And, well, we failed again. So we did it again. We went all the way back. And this time, shocker, we actually made it. Hooray! I finally figured out that you had to go over here. And, yeah, easy. Then there was this room where you had to dodge a bunch of kill bricks, and halfway through, they switched, and you had to stand on a bunch of boxes because the kill bricks were the floor now, so the floor was damaging you. And this was super easy. I mean, I was scared at first, but this was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, easy. And yeah, but I beat it on my first try. And then go on this minecart. The minecart takes you to a rocket ship, and that takes you to outer space, which is floors 18, 19, and 20. Floors 18 and 19 are particularly easy. I just kind of suck. And there was this part with the black hole that I struggled on a lot, as you can tell. But eventually I made it past it. And then there was this Mario puzzle thingy. And then floor 19. And then it was time for the final floor. Now, floor 20 is a recap of every other floor. You're basically racing against time. Well, that's exactly what you're doing, as each little area is a recap of a different floor, minus floors 7 and 17. And there are checkpoints scattered throughout that make the red ball 4 new level, or whatever noise it is. Peak ball knowledge, though. And you have 60 seconds to beat it. But around the lap, I guess the floor, there are clocks that will give you an additional 40 seconds whenever you collect them. And this seems pretty easy at first, until you realize that I'm absolutely terrible at Roblox, and I freaking suck at this game. I don't want to restart all of this, bro. Please. I don't want to restart all of this. Please. No. Come on. Come on. No! Even though I was literally about to cry, I decided to give it another try. And, well, I made it just about as far as I did the last time. But that didn't matter because, as I said before, I absolutely suck at this game. So, I had pretty much the same result. Notice how much time I had to beat this one section, and I still didn't do it because I'm absolutely horrible. And so that ended badly. And to make matters absolutely terribly worse, I disconnected. Obviously it doesn't look like that, but that's because stream ended. So it's not like anyone was gonna see it. I went to use the bathroom, and when I came back, I was disconnected from Roblox and lost 2.5 hours of progress. I was mad. And because I was mad, I decided to take a little break. And by a short little break, I mean 4 days. Yeah, that was a pretty long time, man. But eventually, I came back, and I was ready to take on the Citadel. So, with a new stream on a new day, it was time to take on the Citadel yet again. And the start was going by pretty fast. We got to the basement right here when we went up, and floors 10 and 11 I actually didn't struggle with this time. Hooray! And then it was time for floors 12 and 13, which I did struggle with, but not nearly as much. And then things were going very incredibly well. And I was on pace to beat it really fast. Until we got to the kill brick room of death and despair. TKROAD for short. Okay, it's time for this. I'm scared. I'm kind of scared for this. Ow. Okay, I'm so low. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Please no. I'm at no HP. Yup. I died on floor 17. Over an hour into the tower. That was kind of a bar, not gonna lie. So I had to take it on again. I made it all the way back to floor 17 to the kill brick room. And guess what? It had the exact same result as last time. I died. Again. But I wasn't going to lose hope, and I wasn't going to give up. This was my last attempt of the stream, but I was still gonna keep going. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, we must keep moving. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving. And that's exactly what I was going to do. I got back to the kill brick room of death and despair. And I was ready. I was dodging like a professional. Well, except for right there. It changed direction, but that didn't even matter because I was prepared and fully ready. I had done this before, and then it was time for the hardest part, the platforming. But I was doing pretty well, but to absolutely no one's surprise, I beat it! Let's go! I got all the way back to the end, And I wasn't going to be there for no reason. I was ready for one epic finale. Might have been overreacting, but it was a W reaction. Wait, is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Please, please, please. Let's go! Yes! Yes! Let's go! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Yes! 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 Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Let's go! Yay! Well, I was about to cry. I was so happy. So, yeah. I'm currently working on beating all of Ring 1. And the next video I make will most likely be about beating Citadel of laptop splitting, if I ever do. So, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye!